into the draft. Here we go. Symbiote Gaming getting to ban first. They will be banning out the Tyrael. So what do you think of the early Tyrael ban? What's the map first off that we are going into here? I believe it is
The map
Dragonspire.
is, if you have the replay loaded, you can tell us. Because it's
I believe that these teams will be Dragonspire.
There you go.
So
I have this.
out,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
they will be banning out the Tyrael first, and then it looks like Nexus Champ will be banning out the Falstad first as well. What do you think of these bans, Shane?
I think that Tyrael ban is a very intentional ban. And what I mean by that is I think Symbiote Gaming has a strategy, a draft strategy, and they don't want Tyrael involved in it. Whether that's because they want to focus something, and then when that comes to mind, what is Tyrael good at? What hero is Tyrael good at dealing with? I think Nova comes to mind. I think Falstad, comes to mind. Those two heroes kind of are the first ones that pop in my head when I think of Tyrael. What kind of a pain is it to deal with? No Arthas first pickup from CMA Gaming, prioritizing that Tassadar instead. Yeah.
And it looks like Tyke is getting picked up first by Nexus Champ as well. This is two very strong first picks. I'm not surprised. Usually these are two heroes that we see being picked first or banned first in each game.
And let's see if they do decide to get the Arthas second pick. I think up and there it is. Okay, I was gonna be very surprised if Arthas made it through. Yeah. Now now we got two picks coming from Symbiote. It could be anything. I'm just really curious as to why the Tyrael was banned. I mean, maybe we'll see a Nova pickup. But again, going Nova into Arthas, you always got to be careful. The Falstad is banned, so Nova really isn't going to be as appetizing as normal. Just because when you're playing Nova, Falstad is a delicious Olive Garden entree, and it's wonderful. There is Anubarak, another hero we see that was banned last game from Nexus Champion.
And they pick him up, and there's the Rhaegar as well with that. This is looking like a strong comp coming out of both teams. I like what I'm seeing. Rhaegar coming down with the Bloodlust on top of Tassadar will be incredibly strong, pulling it away from Nexus Champ as well with the first pick of Tychus. Again, I feel like this could go either way for both teams. They both have a strong lineup so far. I'm excited to see who'll be picked next. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like an Uther coming out of Nexus Champ for support, with the Rhaegar being picked up by Symbiote Gaming. I could see that happening. Maybe a Brightwing. That'd be interesting as well. But Falstad is out, so that might make way for maybe we could see like a Sonya or something that we haven't seen this so far in the game. But you never know. It's definitely a possibility.
I will say that. Hold on.
Probably see a Nova. We'll probably see a Nova.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. That's what I was going to say. It's interesting that throughout the whole entire tonight's broadcast, nice Abathur pickup. Let me finish my thought though. Is that Uther is being picked? Not only is he being picked up later in the drafting phase, other supports are being picked up before him. So I think right now it looks like the meta is just slowly shifting away from maybe first, banning Uther, first picking Uther. And now we're seeing Rhaegar's being picked up. We've seen Brightwing being picked up over him. We've seen Tyron being picked up over him. We haven't seen a Malfurion yet, for I'm sure a multitude of reasons. But I think it's really interesting that Uther is not being picked up, and we're seeing other supports. Obviously, in this particular scenario, is a Rhaegar. Going back to the draft though, an Abathur Chen pick. So right now they have a phenomenal
Abathur with the double Tychus. I would not be surprised in the slightest if that happens. You can also double up on the. You can also double up on whatever else comes out of them too. I will be excited to see who the other pickup. Double Arthas is fantastic as well.
Absolutely,
super aggressive front line. I'll be excited to see that. But the Rhaegar and the Raynor pickup, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Vala coming out of Team Symbiote here. But they could be in the Nova still.
I will be surprised if it's a Nova coming from CB Gaming. I'm not going to lie. That's just my gut reaction. They're probably going to pick Nova and prove me wrong because that's just how things go. But I feel like they might be focusing on the Bloodlust
before the game.
I know, right? I feel like they might be focusing on more of the Bloodlust.
Maybe it'll be an Illidan. They do love the Illidan, and that could work with attack
in that
damage.
case, maybe it'll be a Murky. All right, here we're going to see it is
Illidan. I will no doubt. I have a feeling I know who's going to be playing that Illidan.
Got the Illidan. We were just talking about him. Hey, at least I was right. I'm surprised to see Nova pick. Is that why they banned Tyrael?
It could be. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they banned him. They took him out of there. But he's actually another totally, if you know how to play him, totally viable pickup if you want to run an attack speed count.
We're going to see Bloodlust. Calling it now.
Oh, yeah.
Raynor with his attack speed buff. You have Tassadar with Archon. Illidan with Metamorphosis. a Nubarak as a frontliner initiator and stunning on top of an Illidan with Bloodlust. That is an insane amount of damage. I'm so excited to see this because
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, people have been postulating this type of stuff for a while now. I know when what's the Blizzard CM? Triskel? Obviously, he's known for his love of Illidan, and they were talking about how Illidan Metamorphosis in tandem with abilities that increases attack speed make him this like just machine of DPS. And what is the response? And there's a Malfurion, as I was talking, not choosing the Brightwing, going with the Malfurion over a Brightwing, and I feel like that's a smart decision because now you have roots. You have the roots to deal with Illidan. Obviously, Illidan is going to be in your front line, jumping and parkouring all over you, and a great way to control that is to drop down that Entangling Roots, as well as Howling Blast on top of it. So I think Malfurion was a very smart pickup. I think Nexus Champ really read into that and drafted well there.
It could have gone either way. Uther would have been nice too to have that stun down. You can put down that stun, make your way out of there very quickly. But the Entangling Roots, as you said, a little bit less reliable than the AoE stun, but it is strong and you can use it. You can use it a lot more than you can use that ulti. So it will be a nice pickup to have there. The Innervate will probably, I don't know who that will be being used on as much, but we'll see where it goes.
I would imagine Arthas, but he's using Frozen Tempest a lot. Maybe Chen.
That's true.
I do have to reload the replay real quick, Xander. I apologize.
All right, totally fine. I'm excited to see this go down. The Illidan's going down, most likely going to be played by Soldier. Would not be surprised in the slightest. Yep. We have the Anubarak, Rhaegar, and Arthas, and Raynor coming down for the rest of Team Symbiote. This should be an exciting...
Yeah.
It should be an exciting game.
There you are. So let me go ahead and reload that replay. We're going to get into this game. Love the Illidan pick, guys. Absolutely love the Illidan pick. I am so stoked for that. I know there's people at home that are giddy with joy. Here we go. Next champ versus Symbiote. All right, and the map is Dragonshire. So
and it is, and it looks like I'm at 7 seconds, my friend. Are you at 7 seconds?
I am loading the replay. Let me go ahead and get into it. Get to there.
We'll get this underway.
I'm not going to bother with the titles this time because I froze XSplit last time. I apologize. I just don't even want to get that potential up there. I am at 7 seconds. Can you count to 3, Xander? 1.
I can count to 2. I will give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1 on go.
All right.
We will start this matchup.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1 go. We have over here on the left side of the map, we have Team Nexus Champ coming out. Skippy on the Tychus going to bottom lane. Caffeine on the Malfurion. D-Day Drazen on Arthas. Old One Eye on Chen. And Ego is on the Abathur. Who do we have over on Team Symbiote on the right side of the map?
We have Soldier on that Illidan on the pink Money Pig. We have KO on Tassadar, Arthalon on Raynor, Dreadnought on his Anubarak, which is starting to become a signature hero of his, if I do say, and Mad Timmy on Rhaegar. And I will say that Mad Timmy plays one hell of a Rhaegar. It makes me want to quit the game. And both gates are down, game underway.
Do we have the game down? Do we have the game up? Because I believe that we might have another panel up on the screen while the game is being played.
I'm looking at it. It looks fine to me. I just paused the replay.
Okay, good. Okay, we are good to go. What time are we on? I could be a little bit behind. Totally fine.
We're at 54 seconds, Mr. Xander. I'm at 54 seconds. I'm looking at XSplit. Everything looks good.
All right, I am at 102, so I will wait here for you if you want to catch up here.
I am looking at the stream right now. Let me get to 102, and then we'll carry on.
So all right, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little worried. Wanted to make sure you guys were getting the right.
Want to make sure you guys are seeing the same stuff. I'm at 102. Can you count to 3?
I can count to 3. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. And it looks like most of Team Nexus Champ will be sitting here in mid lane.
Oh, it's
going to have a Dreadnought in bottom lane. KO there in the mid lane as Tassadar. Easy to solo that lane as a Tassadar. Very easy to get away and escape from anything coming from the enemy team. Most of the time, ganks will not succeed against him, but it looks like Dreadnought, Mad Timmy, and Arthalon will be holding up the bottom lane and pushing forward against Caffeine, who has solo lane himself. Malfurion a little scary to be in a lane solo by himself. Not that incredibly easy to escape from it as the spikes go down. Caffeine does get hit, but they do not decide to initiate on him in the tower range. It looks like top lane pretty slow right now. Looks like Abathur versus Soldier, and top lane as Arthas, as Illidan by himself, rather.
Bottom lane, Mad Timmy getting caught out very low. He's able to ghost rope away. Skippy running gun away as well. Dreadnought trying to get an impale off. Can he get it off? No. Very close fight here in the bottom lane. Entangling Roots going down. Rhaegar almost went down. Tychus almost went down. Both of them able to retreat. And here we go. First shrines of the match here at the minute-and-a-half mark. Still no kills.
And it looks like Dreadnought Arthalon will be pushing up in that bottom. There will be it looks like Old One Eye will be pushing up against KO, trying to stop this capture of the dragon. As it does go down, KO moving to try to make something happen. Dreadnought coming in here with a burrow to try to get on Old One Eye. Old One Eye moving away, heading back towards base, gonna hit that well. Heal himself up a little bit. KO almost had an opening there, but it looks like top shrine will be taken back by GD Drazen and Skippy. Soldier hiding in the bush, keeping himself alive just with his little piggy. He loves that thing. And bottom lane, here we have Dreadnought, Arthalon, Mad Timmy pushing up against Caffeine as well. Not too much damage going down in the bottom towers. Top towers looking pretty clean for top and mid looking pretty clean for both teams. But bottom lane defense. Oh, it looks like mid lane. A lot's going down here. Dreadnought trying to get in there. Skippy pushing him back, but the shrine does go down for Team Symbiote Gaming here. Old One Eye right in the front, but he's got not a lot of health, but he is Chen. He can stay alive through it if he pushes as hard as he can. JD Drazen coming around the back line, trying to get in here, make something happen against KO. KO thinking he's safe, gonna go in on top of that shrine, but he does not make it. There will be the stun coming down. DJ Drazen trying to stop him. Oh, and the shrine goes down right before KO is able to pick it up. And it looks like he'll be going in. D-Day Drazen in a bad spot here, completely surrounded. KO coming up to support. I'm pretty sure he will die here. Abathur coming in to try to...
Hats on, boys.
Down he goes. Skippy moving away, does not want to die as well, but that was just unfortunate positioning there for D-Day Drazen. Immediately going down against the might of most of Team Symbiote.
One thing I'm questioning to myself right now is the laning of Nexus Champ. They have Mouth in a solo lane. Mouth is not, I mean, he's an okay solo laner against certain heroes.
Yeah, I've been wondering that, yeah.
I feel like a great roaming combination is the Malfurion Arthas, Howling Blast into an Entangling Roots. You keep the sustain up on the Arthas with an Innervate on top of the heals, so you have a great sustain roaming combination that is just so easy to get kills out. Down here in the top lane,
top lane.
Soldier parkour as Illidan's do. Hats on, boys!
Come up, throws a grenade, getting squirrely. Oh, and he goes down to the Tassar. Comes up behind us. You're not getting away. Your base doesn't mean anything to me, and he goes down.
KO with the storm. Right there. Caffeine, bottom lane, hats on.
Looks like it might be open up, but Old One Eye wants to stop him from picking this up. Will he be able to hold him off for enough time? Both teams to pick up the shrines. I don't think he will. KO has free reign here. Old One Eye trying to come back. And there goes just KO getting the drag. He'll push forward. One Eye in a bad spot here. Getting punted. Keeping him alive. KO, why did you punt him? Who kept him alive? They'll push in on this front gate. Doing a lot of damage here. No ammo coming out of either one of these towers. Not able to defend against this push from the dragon with 40 seconds up still to go. Bottom lane getting a little aggression here on Arthalon as well too, with this dragon and making quick work of this wall and is going to keep pushing forward.
Hey Xander, go ahead and turn the gain on your mic down a little bit, because you are loud and proud.
I will move my mic away from my mouth. I apologize. Got kicking away again. D-Day Drazen being moved back. KO now right on top of this fort. Will they be able to take this fort? I don't know. 15 seconds left here. A lot of aggression and defense coming from Team Nexus Champ, and I don't think they will. KO is going to move away. Dreadnought, Mad Timmy there to support him. Don't know if a kill will go down here. One Eye, and a lot of damage coming down on him, but he's going to be drinking that brew, staying alive. Caffeine very low, needs to be careful. Doesn't want to go the way of Skippy earlier, and they will make it out. No deaths here, but a level lead, almost a level lead here for Team Symbiote.
So Team Symbiote really did a great job with that Dragon Knight. I mentioned it in the last time we were on Dragon Chart, that early Dragon Knights generally, they don't achieve much unless you really, really push it. And Symbiote Gaming made I believe it was a 3 or 4 man push with the Dragon Knight, and they actually were able, and look, I thought they were going to get that fort for a second. Nexus Champ really kind of showing some great willpower though, and we're able to successfully defend it. It's down to about 2/3, but that Dragon Knight did more work than I've seen a Dragon Knight do this early in the game quite so far.
People in the chat who are wondering if you are looking at this, just to be aware of the interesting pick in the game here, we don't see all the time. Illidan, Soldier playing that. He does pick up Shadow Shield first. He picks up the Immolation second. He's going to pick up the first aid as level 7. His ulti is taking Metamorphosis, and Raynor is also himself taking the Seasoned Marksman, Advanced Optics, Searing Attacks, and the Raynor's Raiders as his ability choice.
Pretty standard build coming out on that Raynor. I actually taught Arthalon how to play Raynor.
Oh wow, that's quite it.
I don't think I've ever played a single match with Arthalon before. I'm joking. I know I've played against him, and we got pooped on. 3 ogres down here in the bottom lane. Very big push going. Arthalon and Mad Timmy supporting it. Looks like they're wanting to clean that up though. Abathur actually went down.
And died. Arthalon needs to back up this bottom lane. It's getting a little hairy here for Team Symbiote. They need to back off. Arthalon not taking too much damage. Will be able to make it out. His health Stimpack gonna bring him back up, keeping him alive. One Eye getting extremely aggressive as he has his Earth, Wind, and Fire down, but he is stuck behind the wall. He will quickly jump over that. Not a lot to worry about. There goes Skippy with the Odin, but it's taking a ton of damage. They'll try to take down this wall. They do take out one tower. Wall will most likely fall. The other tower still has one shot left, and now it's out of ammo, and they will back off here. I feel like they could have still gotten a little bit more aggressive, but Arthalon pushing back with Mad Timmy against this aggression here. And there's a wall down for Symbiote, down from Nexus Champ.
So I unfortunately missed the Abathur kill. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I know, as a Heroes of the Storm player, that's one of the most gratifying things. It's orgasmic. Great Impale going in. There's the Bloodlust I was talking about. I was right. Miracles do happen. Arthalon laying down so much damage. D-Day. Almost looking like it's D-Day for him. He's getting very low, keeping himself up, hitting the Moonwell. Howling Blast off the mark. Onto Dreadnought. Impale. Turn around on DJ. Down he goes. Caffeine trying to get away. He's out of mana. Dreadnought saying, I drink decaf, bro. Get out of my game. He's body blocking him. Can he get the kill? Looks like he's not going to be able to. And then this
Dreadnought's so aggressive with
is.
The Anubarak. Doesn't even care. Pushes all the way in there. Just keeps them away from this. They're going to take this fort for those kills that they were able to get. And they'll move up, most likely probably trying to take a camp or two or pick up the shrine. Looks like Illidan going to be going up here saying, hey, we don't really care what you're going to do here. We're going to take this shrine right back. And they might look like Dreadnought positioning, posturing to pick up this dragon. And with a 3-level lead, this is going to be a very powerful dragon. Almost get to
guys,
him.
turn around!
Stop. He's got most of the team in front of him. Dreadnought going to push forward here. That fort is going to go down. I don't care what anyone says. That tower will also probably go down. The rest of his team needs to come and support him. Old One Eye getting kicked back. Dreadnought falling back. I don't think he needs to worry about this, though. Just waiting for some support before he decides to go in on this tower. Will he do it, though? Looks like the Illidan staying in top lane, not coming down to support. It's so close. And here comes the support from the rest of his team, and he does make his way forward to take out these towers, to take out that fort, as we said. Didn't want to go in, get too aggressive. With a 4-level lead, though, I think he would have been fine. He's now going to push up against this wall, and there's a lot of damage coming in here. What can Nexus Champ do against him?
I don't know what Mr. Nexus can do, but Nexus Champ, it needs to be just stay with a defensive posture and wait for a good opportunity, a good entangling roots. Soldier doing what Illidan does, getting in early action. He has been top lane for, I believe, the last 300 or 400 years. He's finally down here in the action. They're just focusing on this keep. 9 seconds left on the Dragon Knight. He's almost at as well. Very awesome.
And if they get aggressive, they can try to defend themselves. They will lose horribly against this team composition. Old One, I haven't had Papa's ulti, but it's not going to be enough. Two of his teammates already down. Skippy running away. I think they're just gonna say we don't care. Arthalon, Dreadnought, KO, ready to go here. KO taking shots on that fort, and down it goes. They're gonna sit right here, and I think this is GG.
Scoring like the score's getting very low. He does go down. I don't know. KO using his welding beam on the core. One eye.
But they're on separate respawn timers. I don't know if they'll be able to come up and defend against this. Looks like it's gonna be the GG here. Dreadnought very low, but he survives, and that is the game. They got in there. It was like surgery, moved in, killed who they needed to kill, and took out that core. Great game coming out by Symbiote Gaming. What did you think, Shane?
I have to say, I was actually, I feel like Nexus Champ did much better this game than they did last game. Dramatic pause for effect. Even though the game still was relatively quickly and it was a 3-level deficit, I feel like Nexus Champ definitely played that a little bit better. They showed a little bit more confidence. I felt like that they were committing to things a little bit better, even though maybe they weren't the best things to commit to. It didn't turn out positive for them. I was fairly impressed by Nexus Champ and the amount they improved from game 1 to game 2. Obviously, it wasn't enough to secure themselves the win, but I could definitely see Nexus Champ, just from seeing how they do and how quickly they adapted to the game, being a contender in the future. And for some reason, Xander, your face keeps disappearing from XSplit. What are your thoughts on that game, man?
Might be the XSplit running. I apologize. My thoughts on that were that I think it was, a Nexus Champ going up against a very powerful team. They did what they could. They didn't seem to. It didn't. Again, it feels like it fell apart to the point where they kind of stumbled on their back leg, but then they didn't know how to recover from that and push forward. I think that they're definitely a group of people who, I know them personally, they're willing to put themselves in and put the time in to get better, and I hope to see them come out and do a lot more in the future. That first game was honestly a crapshoot, I've got to be honest, because it was a base race and anything can happen with that.
Yeah.
It was just very quick. They lost it. But that second game, just honestly outplayed by the things that were going down from Symbiote. Symbiote able to pick up those dragons really quickly, very on the by the skin of their teeth sometimes. But they were able to pick up the objectives, continue to push forward, put a lot of aggression in each lane, and like I said, it was like surgery to watch that last push because they
Yes.
got in there, they killed the people they needed to do. They were still even in tower range, but they had about almost a 4 level lead, and they were continuing to push forward because they knew they had the ability to do that. They knew they could get aggressive, and they had the strength above what Nexus Champ had, and they pushed forward, took out the core. Very quick, very decisive win for them.
It was. That
So
was just a classic Symbiote gaming, showing them why everyone considers them the best team in the game right now. They're on another level. And I love that they got Illidan. I love that they're experimenting with different things. And again, I know I've heard people been sort of postulating all the time about Metamorphosis Illidan in tandem with Bloodlust and other abilities that increase attack speed. There's not that many in the game right now. There's Tyron with True Shot Aura. That really doesn't apply. And then Raynor with what is it called? His thing where he pumps his fist and everyone gets big and it goes. I can't remember the ability
Inspire.
that inspire. Thank you. Stuff like that, and just that in tandem with Metamorphosis, and Illidan just chops, chops, chops. Uses those Blade of Azzinoth, which if you were in my guild, never dropped ever in Burning Crusade. No matter what, even hundreds of times we've killed Illidan. Anyways, and it's glad to see that going. Symbiote Gaming securing themselves 5-0. They already secured themselves a playoff seed. Now they're just showing off, guys. Come on. Nexus Champ falls to 1-4. There's still plenty of games to be played. The playoff picture is still taking shape, guys. Let me show you the playoff picture. This is it right now. I think to no surprise at all, Symbiote Gaming up in the top right corner, Team Snowflake in the top left, Glorious Gaming in the bottom left. And as of today, we do have our official 4th entry into the playoff picture, and that is Clairvoyant Gaming with a win today. Gave them 12 points, 4 wins.
I'm excited to see the push from Descent. Descent has a hill to climb, and I believe they have the strength to do it, and I'm excited to see them push forward. I'll be rooting for them as much as I can, because I'll be rooting for every team, because I love heroes, and I love watching people play. I think that about does it for us, though, Shane.
I believe it does for. I believe it does right now. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Please, please subscribe. We have been harping on you all day, but that's because we are passionate, handsome. You are. I'm sorry. You are passionate, handsome people, and we want you guys. It's $5, guys. Come on. How much? What can you get for $5?